Hi Collective, welcome to my channel, Mystical Crystal Shadow Work. Hi everyone. So it's going to be an energy reading for whoever finds it. As you know, all of my readings are timeless, but for those of you that like to know when I upload them, I do put the timestamp on there, letting you know the energies I'm connecting with. So these are February energies, right? So we are approaching the new moon for Pisces, which is very powerful, approaching in just a few days. Right, so that Pisces new moon is a very powerful time of setting intentions, right? It's probably one of the most powerful new moons being in the water sign, right? Because you're really able to get into your a subconscious mind and really tapping into like your divine life path, purpose, right? For a lot of you, you're feeling very guided to, you know, explore areas of your things that you're pursuing and desiring at this time, and whether you realize it or not, really tapping into a lot of the magical energies, right, and starting to manifest. Okay, so if you're guided to my reading, know that you are very much a very gifted soul here, helping with this upliftment to humanity. Is that, as I've told what my channel's been for, and that I've been protected and safeguarded to not allow a lot of energies to come mess with me, because Source got to see firsthand that I was taking on way too many energies that were not mine, and it was draining me, right? As those chosen ones, a lot of us, you know, our vibrational frequency is often sought out. It's like people know that they feel better around you, whether they're even aware that they're picking up on your energy or not. They just know that they feel better from you. You do something for them. You make them feel as though some sort of healing. They walk away feeling better because you're very much transmitting the energy, right? So, anyway, I don't know why I'm feeling to go on with that. You know, Source takes over channeling whatever they feel coming through. That's why whatever readings you feel guided to, take a look at them. Whether the title brought you in or not, whether the reading is resonating with the title, right? A lot of times I'm told when I need to do a reading, and I come up with the title and the label later. Like, I've been feeling very called to do a reading for the last couple days, because I know I like to upload every day, right? But it's just the energy level was not right for me. I mean, I'm currently in transition and moving. I'm in a new hotel, right? But it was just like today, until I could clear out the energy, I really couldn't do reading. And I felt as though, like, this anxious energy, it's like somebody was wanting, like, an update, a message of currently what's going on. It's kind of like an urgency and a worry is what I was feeling. Maybe you're feeling that at this time. Maybe it's a message for you that you need to clear out your energy, right? Like, I literally had to open up the doors. I was burning my dragon's blood in Florida water, and really just like deep cleaning and really cleansing the energy. Noticing too, a lot of things around your environment in your space too can very much be doing it for a lot of you. If you've got clutter and things like that, really opening up space, moving furniture around, which I did as well. I had to get my desk set up, my place where I felt more secure. So for some of you, maybe you're feeling called to do that, right? All of these things are significant, whatever comes about in a reading. I want to tell you, you're probably going to hear a lot of noise and stuff, because it's like I was waiting for the right opportunity, the moment, Maddie, to have that peace and quiet and that time myself. But you know what? I'm really feeling at this time like you're not going to get that. You're really going to have to work with things, because there's a lot of distractions going on at this time. There's a lot of things that are really trying to block the chosen. Right? And the devil is dispatching devil agents out into your family and your friends. See, I almost said frenemy. Some of your family and your friends could be kind of turning against you at this time, because they're starting to realize too, for some of you, it's like you're going through a makeover. You're going through a reset, confirmation, right? And when you go through these things, a lot of things are taken away from you, cleared out. But it's like, as you're chosen, and we know that things are come across our path, everything's kind of meant to happen for a reason. It's like we know that we flow like the water. We know to take things as they come. Because we're strong, right? We're these warriors. We know that we see the light through the end of the tunnel. We know that God, divine source, is replenishing our energy, keeping us in this high vibrational energy, and we're constantly transmuting things. Even though things get taken from us and pulled apart, they're not as devastating and they don't keep us down as long as others. And a lot of those people, Fat Maddie, stop it. A lot of those family and those friends, they're jealous of that. For some of them, it's like they could go through similar situations, right? And they're guided to you for you to give them encouragement and the strength for you to show how you overcame those situations and to give them encouragement, right? But it's like, for some of them, they just have this energy like, well, why weren't you so broken up? How did you recover so quickly? How were you able to go through all of those experiences and you're still smiling, you're still living life, you're still having fun, right? Because they don't realize that, in fact, we are constantly transmuting that energy. We know that that it's only temporary, and we know that we're constantly going to be getting guided to something to replace that. This keeps popping out to me, right? Is seeing at the solar portal. So these are energy cards. These are portal cards. These can activate portals and chakras within you. So they're showing me a lot about the solar plexus. So you could be going through solar plexus healing at this time, or something very, very strong is coming through with your intuition, right? Creativity is associated with this. Being centered, balance, power, and manipulation. So what I was saying, for a lot of you, it's like you're starting to create, you're starting to expand, you're starting to really trust that the feelings that you have at this time in pursuing and going forward. So for some of you, wow, there's definitely a major healing taking place. Like, we have another portal card here, another chakra card, the heart portal. So you guys, I feel you're being moved around too, and you're going through a major healing. Certain things, wow, now they're showing me the root. You guys are going through a deep energy healing. You're having multiple chakras cleared out at this time. Sorry for the distractions. See, I told you there's going to be a lot of them. Hold on a second. Hey, you. I'm doing a reading right now. I'll call you back in a few minutes, okay? Hey, I'm going to call you back in a few minutes. I'm doing a reading. You're interrupting my reading. You're on camera. I'll call you back in a few minutes. Bye. Sorry, when my kids call, I like to check in with them. Okay. So, what I was saying is, they were showing me the warning card too. What's interesting, and manifestations, which, you have some people that are trying to block you, trying to stop you, trying to mess with your manifestations. You could be getting aware of these situations too. It's like, I used to just always stop my readings and things like that whenever my children would come in and things like that. And then I started to realize, you know what? I'm not going to stop them. I'm going to work with them. I'm going to pay attention to the distractions. I'm going to think about what was going on with me at that time. It can be a message for some of you. Like, if you're always trying to move things around, like, you have to take time for yourself. Sorry, I'm channeling right now. There's a couple different things coming out. So for some of you, it's like, if you have things that are always arising and coming up, and it's kind of like putting you, Maddie, by the table. If it's putting you by, you, sit down. If it's stopping you from pursuing things, out of the camera, sit down. If it's stopping you from pursuing things that you wanted to do, it could be the devil kind of dispatching agents out into your children to try to block you. Because for some of you, I'm getting that you constantly stop pursuing things, you stop doing things, because you were waiting for that right moment. You were like, well, I can't pursue my passions or my dreams right now because I'm so busy with raising my children and getting them all of their needs and their wants, and I don't have the money to pursue this and all of this. So for a lot of you, you were putting your dreams, your passions, your desires kind of on the back burner. But you need to know, for a lot of you, is that those were blockages. And it's like, devil knows how to use your family and your friends right against you to try to stop you. Like, I look back at a year ago and I used to be like, nope, too busy, can't do any readings whatsoever during the day because I'm a mom, because this is going on, that's going on. And constantly I would stop and stop and stop. And if my children came in and distracted my reading, and then I would feel as though, you know, I would lose my connection. I would lose, you know, it was all a mindset, and it was about a perspective. And I think it's really important for you guys to know that you can't try to perfect everything. You got to learn to go with the flow, with the distractions, embrace things. Like, I started to notice whenever my little one would come in and need me, I would keep the camera rolling and I would just pay attention to the times that she'd come in. Then I started to notice she was coming in very synchronistic times. I would put a lot of those in there. I need to start doing that again. So I'd pay a lot of attention to the distractions, to the things that are coming up. So you need to know that too. Like, if you're really working on stuff, times that you have these distractions, these things that would normally get you to stop pursuing what it is you were, pay more attention to that, right? And learn to go with it, and learn to have more control of your emotions and feelings, and not let those things distract and block you. Right? So I feel like that's important for a lot of you, right? And they were showing me transformation too, metamorphosis, synchronicities, and the unexpected. And this is telling me too that you really need to go with the flow too of the unexpected things that happen when you're guided somewhere that you had never been before, or something happens to delay you, to have you go somewhere else and things like that. You need to pay attention to that, because for a lot of you, you could be getting guided somewhere to get something, right? To have something happen, to have some sort of synchronistic event could be happening, right? And a lot of things you're divinely protected from, and things like that. So you need to keep that in mind. But yeah, there's definitely major healing I feel that's going on, and aligning of your chakras. There's 3 major chakra healing going on at this time. You could definitely meditate on these cards, as these are portal cards. They can activate you just by looking at them, working with them. So I'm going to hold them up here. If you feel that you want to pause the camera and work on them, you definitely can, right? So those are the ones that we have here: the heart, the solar plexus, and the root chakra. Wearing those colors, working with fruits and vegetables of these colors are very significant. As you know, your fresh fruits and vegetables very much activate, stimulate all sorts of senses, your body, your organs, all sorts of things. So for a lot of you, it's like you're getting healed from the inside out, I feel, right? Just by limiting your foods too. Stop eating all the processed foods and things like that are going to make you feel a lot better. And eating these fresh fruits and vegetables are really going to be activating and stimulating these chakras and stuff. So definitely anything, you know, that's red and yellow and green, right? Things like that are going to be very beneficial, right? So definitely there's major healing going on. You guys are definitely getting galactic guidance too. I called in my star family, galactic realm too upon this reading. So this is definitely confirmation that they are here. They're helping with this message that is coming out here tonight. And they're very much wanting you to know that you are releasing emotions and feelings and attachments, that you're definitely being purified. There's a spiritual cleansing going on, letting go. And that was a big message that I was getting, cleansing, right? There just this big energy, and it's happening for balance, right? Ooh, they're showing me the twin card too. Identical truth, right? Because you're reflecting. A lot of you are coming together into higher vibrational soulmates. A lot of you are attracting like twin flame connections and things like that at this time, as you're mirroring each other. And that is a lot of what's happening in the collective with the twins. I'm going to be doing a twin reading later too. A lot of the twins are actually like one started to heal themselves and it triggered the other to go through a major healing and awakening and ascension. So in fact, it's like you guys are healing each other, but you're being set free emotionally. Wow, here's the third eye too. There, wow, we got 4 chakra cards here. Third eye, definitely. Purples, right? Definitely. I was eating a bunch of cabbage. Not cabbage. What is that? What was the purple one? I was thinking all about my salad last night, and I was looking for grapes and everything like that. purples, working with color, wearing the colors are very, very strong too. They wanted me to tell you too about blue too. I've been feeling this very calm energy of blue, right? So I felt very guided to wear blue and do blue upon doing this reading, kind of the sky blue, like in this card here, the blue and the green. There's definitely a major peace, tranquility, harmony that's coming in with that blue energy. Because I feel a lot of the vibrational frequencies of the colors, but there's definitely this calmness going on. Now they're having me look at the hummingbirds. You could be seeing hummingbirds. That could be symbolism for some of you. I'm feeling guided to the hummingbird wisdom. I'll pull a couple cards of that at the end of the reading if you guys hang out till then. All right, let me go ahead and get the deck out though, so I don't forget. Otherwise I will. Okay. So, there's a lot of balancing that's happening with divine feminine, divine masculine. For some of you, this could be balancing out within yourself, because you have divine, and there's third eye attacks too. I always say third eye, evil eye. Whenever I find my amulet flipped, it lets me know if there's evil eye attacks. Like, and I was saying in the beginning of the reading, I'm feeling this kind of envy. And for some of you, it's your family members and your friends that are just envious of how well that you're going through this healing. For some of you, it's like you're getting these new opportunities that are happening too, and some of them are jealous of those things. You hear all the distractions? Oh my goodness. Now there's like a blower going. Like, they've literally been doing this like all day. And I'm also in a hotel where they're doing construction again. I'm like, wonderful. I love this. You know, because, you know, even though I'm like, see, normally, maybe when you go to a place, right, and you're like, well, all this construction is going on, there's no peace and quiet and things like that. Well, this is the way I started to embrace it today. I was like, well, you know what? This is inspiring me since I can't do readings or calm down or whatever. I'm like, let me just open the door and embrace this, and then I'll move furniture around. I'll kind of remodel and clean out the room. So I took that as a way to clean it. But then I was noticing that the sound of the saw and the blower, how the humming and all of that it's actually disrupting negativity and things like that, and the vibrations and the different frequencies. So I started to pay attention to that, because, you know, loud noise and things like that very much clean out the And then I started to realize, I'm like, look at all this distraction, all of this business. That's why I said that I was really just it was really having me look at things from a different perspective, a different angle, in a different way. So it's like sometimes maybe you want to do something, but because of what's going on for you, you're being called to do something else, right? So, and then I ended up cleaning up, organizing, and then finally when it got to where I could calm down, I was like, yeah, this is much better. I'm really glad that I did all of this. So really just embracing a lot of things. By you being calmer too, I feel it's going to be calming down your twin, because you guys do mirror each other and feel each other's energy. But there's this energy of really balancing out that feminine and that masculine energy. And for a lot of you, it's setting yourselves free. So again, here's another healing card: sanctuary, comfort, faith, restoration. To release and control. Maybe for some of you, that's what it is. See, now you hear sirens, right? For some of you, that's what it is. Releasing so much control and more going with the flow is going to allow you to reach this. This is the peace, serenity, and paradise card. And harmonic resolution. Yes. Transmuting all of that negative energy, all that hostile energy and that anger. For a lot of you, more on the divine masculine side, there was a lot of frustrations and anger that they were needing to release, right? For a lot of them, they bottle that up, right? Because a lot of, when you're in that divine masculine energy, you don't like to show weakness by crying and feeling your emotions and things like that, right? Whether you're feminine or masculine. But there's this strong energy of needing to have that release, to let go of those emotions and feelings. And for a lot of them, it's just this pent up anger, and they don't want to react in a way and let out all of this anger and this frustration, and they don't want to cry it out, right? So for a lot of you, it's just finally finding those triggers and those emotions and those releases, and releasing and letting go of them. Let me see it, baby. I don't know what it did. Shh, off the table. All right, so yeah, they're off the table. There's definitely peace, serenity, paradise. They're showing me the utopia card. So very much, like I said, this major healing is taking place. Last one, and then we gotta go, okay? Because we have to go take care of something. Alright. So, alright, so definitely that's what's going on. See, for some of you, it's just the forgiveness was needed here. Redemption, rebirth, regeneration. For some of you, you will be having new beginnings with people and situations because healing has taken place here. It's like you were holding the key the entire time. I love this card. She's holding the key behind her back and she's looking in the mirror, and now she's realizing her reflection. It's like healing the inner child. She's much older there. So for a lot of you, it's like you've healed the inner child that was trapped within these wounds, and you realize that you were holding the key to the entire time, to your happiness, to your success, just by healing emotional wounds. There was a strong healing and a letting go of emotional wounds, and not just on feminine side, but masculines as well. You know, a lot of you, you got to look at situations as trauma that you went through as a child, your twin often went through. And by one of you deciding and finally doing that healing, it triggers the other to do the healing as well. So there's a lot of amazing healing that is going on at this time. And it's so beautiful, healing each other. It's this energy of being set free, knowing you are in control, you have the power, empowerment, showing the majestic unicorns here. I need to do a unicorn reading too, but I'm going to do that one separate because that one can be very, very drawn out. I really get into the unicorn deck. Look at this, and they're showing me the unity cards. See, I can't make it up, guys. There's definitely union and unity and balancing these energies out. It's like whether you want it or not, like it is definitely happening. Union is just definitely coming together. It's like if you are not in alignment with your twin, I mean, they're coming. See, they're showing me this releasing and purification and letting go too. So, very beautiful. Okay. All right. So let's stop with the magical dimensions, and we'll get some of the hummingbird cards. So if you guys feel guided to take a look at the unicorn one that I'll be doing next, you definitely should. I'll do a little bit later though when I get back. I don't know what uploading is going to be like. 2202. I know that the server's been going up and down on me here, so, but I don't know. When you find this one, you'll probably find the other one down below. Okay, so let's get a few. When I left transformation out, metamorphosis, synchronicity, and the unexpected. I just heard for some of you, there's been silence, right? There's going to be communication that's going to be coming in. For some of you, it's just you needed to release the control. You were really like wanting something so bad that you were in fact, you know, that you were pushing it away. So you have to not want something so much, wanting something so much, like waiting for something and anticipating something, and it's not coming. It pushes it further and further away, and it's kind of like that's where you needed to release the control of it, and then it comes in. So I don't, that's not such a all right. Hummingbird Wisdom is such a beautiful deck too, and they work very closely with the unicorns, with all realms. I did call all realms in too upon this, now that I think about it. So the unicorns and the hummingbirds really spoke to me there, seeing them in the cards. So let's see here what the Hummingbird Wisdom has. Iridescent, let your true colors sparkle, glimmer, and glow for all to see. And pay attention to new thoughts and ideas, as they are seeds that will soon blossom into fulfilling opportunities and possibilities. Look at how beautiful those cards are. So I split the deck on those two, and then I felt to call them out. So let's see. We got a mother's love here. Clear skies ahead and joyous nectar. All right, I was told to stick with those 3, and on the cut was synergy. Wow, I've been talking about synergy for quite some time. I didn't even know that there was a synergy card in this deck. Your heart and your dreams blossom through fulfilling synchronistic partnerships. Oh, I said synchronistic and it says symbolic. Wow. That's a message. So, definitely I've been talking about synergy, and for a lot of you, it's like you've had divine intervention of people coming in to help heal. So for some of you, you know, synergy is like having outside forces coming in to help, you know, some sort of healing taking place. If you look at all of those hummingbirds that came in, for a lot of you, it's like you could be having your soul family, your soul tribe coming in too, to kind of rescue you and help you. Right? Fill up on the sweetness of life. This is going to be a very beautiful time for a lot of you as this healing is coming in. And what's beautiful is it's like, for some of you, you were in this strong masculine energy for far too long because you were in a battle. You were constantly having to fight off situations and conflict. And I'm getting it's like you're not a person that creates a lot of this conflict and chaos, but you're surrounded by it, right? Because all of these energies were coming in because they wanted healing, and it was just too much for you, and you were holding too much of this energy and you weren't able to release it and let it go. So it's also why synergy needed to come in. I'm hearing you needed some help. It's kind of like you were being like so blocked you weren't even seeing everything that was happening. It's kind of like you were in a hole, right? And it's like you were trying to get out of this hole, but people were throwing more and more dirt in the hole, so it was like burying you and distracting you, and just you couldn't see your way out because every time you looked up there was just more and more stuff getting thrown in, and you felt as though you were getting just buried, right? I kind of feel that that's what was going on. So you know, it was like Source came in and it's like, you know, they got you out of that hole, or they, you know, they're pulling you out of it. Maybe they stop the people from throwing all that stuff, because you do have a lot of divine intervention, a lot of people that are stopping chaos and things like that from reaching you. They're showing me clear skies ahead too. The storm is past, dear one. See, and I heard dear one, I almost said that. I almost said, my dear, that you couldn't see what was going on, my dear, right? The storm is past, dear one. Let the rays of the sun warm your feathers as you welcome in a bright new day. See, and I wanted to tell you that, I don't know if I did, I got distracted with the message, but it's like for a lot of you, you're in this strong masculine energy, right? Because you were having to fight so much chaos. You were needing to, you know, be brave, take charge, take action, constantly battle these things, these conflicts, problem solve, whatever chaos was going on. You were so strong in your energy that you were needing to be in that masculine role for such a long time that it was hard for you to be in that feminine role, in that feminine energy, right? So it's like for a lot of you, it's just like you needed some sort of healing to take place for you to be able to feel love again, for you to bring up that feminine side, that feminine energy, right? So it's like that's been what's been happening, right? This healing has been bringing about that feminine side and letting that love in, right? So it's very beautiful. And they're showing me mother's love, and like I said, for a lot of you too, there was deep inner childhood woundings that were there, trauma from childhood, right? Not feeling enough love, abandonment. For some of you, there could have been sexual abuse and trauma, right? So for a lot of you, that really gets you to protect that inner child. Like, I'm not going to let anybody hurt me like that. So I'm not going to let love in. I'm going to constantly be in control of who can love me, how they can love me, and things like that. So for a lot of you, you're healing those major things and letting go of those traumas and those woundings. And by finally doing so, you're releasing that control and you're actually starting to heal yourself and letting love come in. So it's very beautiful. It's definitely what's going on here. So mother's love, you're being wrapped in loving wings of comfort and protection. And I'm getting that you're finally feeling the love, right? And knowing that divine source, that they got you, they're protecting you, they're guiding you. You're finally starting to see and feel this synergy. It's like for some of you, you could have had these experiences and these things happen, and at the moment you might have been like, well, that's great, I lost this, I lost that. But it's like now you're starting to see that maybe things were simplified for you. Maybe that by you losing things, it was really allowing others to come in and help you. And you're starting to realize that now you're finally getting to heal yourself. For some of you, it's like you were just taking on too much stuff, right? And there was just too much, that there definitely was synergy that happened here. There definitely was somebody that was taken out of a situation, I'm getting, and put in their place for healing to take place. And this is so beautiful because somebody is finally seeing it and doing the healing, right? So wow, this is very beautiful. I definitely love this energy. I want to do more readings off of it, so I'm going to be, but I need to close this reading out here. We're right at 29:55, so almost 30 minutes in here, and I have to go take care of something, so I'm gonna do some more readings later. Definitely watch whatever you guys feel guided to. If you were guided to me, you were for a reason, know that. So definitely subscribe if you have not. It is free to do so. Just click the subscribe button. If you do want notifications on all my future uploads, then click the notification and then click the all button, and you will get all my notifications, right? So thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to comment, like the video, or donate, I do have a link available down below in the description box, and it lets you know a little bit more about me and my mission, my triple mission, if you want to take a look. All right guys, love and light to you all. Bye.